In this morning's Business Insight, Aaron Betsky announced late last week that he's stepping down as director of the Cincinnati Art Museum after 7 years in that role. He'll leave when the board appoints a new director. Under Betsky's tenure, the Art Museum has increased attendance and the endowment. What he plans to do next remains to be seen. Aaron Betsky joins U.S. Bank Business Watch producer Kelly Leon in the studio. Aaron and Kelly. Thank you, Brian. Aaron, so nice to have you here.
Thank you, Kelly. Glad to be here.
I was disappointed to hear the news.
Well, thank you. I've been here for a good long time, more than 7 years, and we've managed to do a lot at the Art Museum. We've set up a lot of other good things. We have a big new renovation coming up. We're going to renovate the lobby and the cafe. It seemed like a good time to let someone else take over.
And can you talk a little bit about your thought process? Last week, actually, we had Julie Balke on, who's a career expert, and she talked about taking risks in your career to you know, kind of keep you moving forward and excited. Was that part of it? Was this just the time for a risk for you?
Well, Kelly, I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure what I'm going to do in the future. I do know that in Europe, there's actually kind of a rule that you can't stay in a cultural position for more than 5 years for a lot of state organizations. So I've been here a little bit longer than that. But it certainly seemed like a good time to let the Art Museum have some new leadership and tackle some of the problems in the future, and for me to also figure out what my next challenges and opportunities are going to be.
So in terms of accomplishments as you leave, as you look back, what would you say are your best accomplishments?
Well, Kelly, I'm leaving the Art Museum in really good shape, I think. We have a lot of things still to work on, but our endowment is up by almost 18%, and our attendance is up. We've increased the collection with some beautiful pieces like the new George O'Keeffe and the wonderful Hodges family, which we just put on display. We've renovated a lot of the galleries, and we've just done a lot to bring people and art together, which is, after all, the mission of the Art Museum, and I really want to make sure that we focused on that. And I think we've done that. And we also have a wonderful slate of new exhibitions coming up. We're going to have 16,000 more square feet of exhibitions and education space by the end of this year. We're, as I said, renovating the lobby. We have a wonderful partnership with Macy's and dunnhumby that's allowing us to do that. So what we're really doing is making sure that this great treasure of Cincinnati, the visual anchor for the city, is really prepared and ready to fulfill its mission in an even better way. A lot more to do, but we've done a huge amount in the last 7 years.
And are you going to be involved with picking the person who comes in after you?
Well, I doubt that I'm actually going to pick the person, but certainly I will be in my position, and if anyone has any questions for me, I'll be happy to answer them.
Will this be an enticing position for people out in the art community? Would they want to come to Cincinnati?
Well, I would think so, Kelly. It is, after all, the oldest art museum west of the Alleghenies. We have by far the largest collection in this whole region. And as I said, we're on the path to do a lot of great work. And we set out a vision master plan which goes back to the beginning of this millennium, actually. And we're now well on the way to using every square inch of that beautiful old building and eventually even expanding it.
For the person who coming into Cincinnati, is there any advice you would give them in terms of the city or recommendations? What did you love about the city and what did you learn about the city?
Learn to love your chili, which I do, and root for the Bengals, which of course I'm doing.
Especially today,
yeah,
yes.
Trying to figure out whether I'm going to really go be chilly on Sunday or not. But no, I think that one of the things you have to realize is that this community has wonderful cultural treasures, and we need to cherish them, but we also need to build on them. And figuring out how to do that even more will be, I think, the job for my successor.
Have you found this to be a generous community in terms of the arts?
Well, there certainly are very, very generous patrons to the Art Museum, and we also have found very, very generous and open people that we've become good friends with. So it certainly has been a very generous place.
Great. Well, we will miss you, and we wish you well. Will you give us any hint about what you might be doing? What are you thinking?
Well, Kelly, I don't know. I know that I'm teaching at the University of Cincinnati this spring, which I've also done in the past. I have one book that's coming out this fall and a few others in the hopper. So I kind of secretly hope that something doesn't come right away so I can actually finish some of these books and get these things done.
That's very nice. Nice position to be in.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, congratulations to you. Thank you for all that you've done. And we'll look forward to hearing what's next for Aaron Betsky.
Thank you very much, Kelly.
Thank you.